we need to make some breakfast. It's very cold today, and it's cold everywhere. Right now, people in their blankets, still dreaming. But yeah, we are here for the Camnet Rise and Thrive breakfast show. Thank you so much for joining us on the set. This is the first ever breakfast show on this station. We're very glad to be here. Now, while you're sleeping, we're making some coffee in the studio and trying to see how we can enjoy ourselves here, even as we interact with you back home. Now, I'm not alone in the studio. Constance is here. You're Constance Mwembe, right?
Please don't do that on TV. Yes, I'm Constance Mwembe. Mr. Mchima, how are you doing today?
I'm not fine.
What's wrong with you?
I'm not fine in the sense that I don't know if you took a bath or not.
Oh my God. I definitely took one. Come on, it might be that cold, but I mean, a human being has to bath at the end of the day.
No, I'm looking at the weather.
It's cold.
It doesn't seem conducive for people like you.
No. Oh. Okay, Mr. Machina.
Constance, how are you doing?
Yes, Callan. I'm very great, thank you. How are you today?
I'm very okay.
This is the first breakfast show for
It's
Camnet
exciting,
TV.
definitely.
Yes.
It's exciting for me, and it's good that we are here.
Yes.
The countdown has started. For those that were doubting that will not be able to come out such kind of programs,
Yes.
we are here and we are here to stay. So look out for more exciting programs. Camnet, not just another channel. So look out for more exciting programs on this TV station. Now, today on the breakfast show, we expect to look at, among other issues, government has announced that prisoners will now be voting. Government through, of course, the Electoral Commission of Zambia. This is you covered that story,
yeah.
So we should be looking at that story. And of course, today seems to be a big one. The country is expectant, and of course, Parliament resumes. One of the major highlights that the Zambian people are looking forward to is the Bill 10. So Bill 10 should be coming through in Parliament, and should be able to check if it's on the order paper for today. And of course, interestingly, now Lusaka Province Minister Bowman Sambo, while he was addressing some youths on the Commonwealth in Kabushi, to be specific and precise, said he ran he managed, what word can I use? He was managing, or he ran the biggest youth movement when he was MMD then. Now, whether that is true or not, we'll be able to discuss that, and of course, we'll be discussing it with you, our viewers. We'll be able to give you the line that you should be able to be communicating with us in the studio anytime from now, or we should be scrolling down on your TV sets so that you are able to participate on the program via telephone or SMS. So we'll be able to give you that particular line. And of course, in the last 5 months, Zambia was rocked in what became like something which made the country like numb, if I may put it that way. The gassing. We didn't know who was behind those gassing incidents. So many people lost their lives, 10 in total. Suspected gases. Others were just innocent, but because if they see a person like Constance carrying a handbag at Tuone, what are you carrying in your handbag? If they find
I'm carrying chemicals in
if they find there's some mineral water and they say no, this is not mineral water.
Or when you put spray in your handbag and you say, okay, let me spray myself for something, you'll be like, I thought it was this spray, I will catch me perfume.
That's the thing. So
yeah.
10 people in total were killed as in mob justice, and of course 50 people were arrested in connection with the gassing incidents. Now, government up to now has not given the nation a report on who would have been behind that and what type of chemicals were being used. Now, as of yesterday, the government, through the permanent secretary at the Ministry of Home Affairs, told the nation that they are still investigating, I don't know for how long. Now, Constance,
yes.
I think too much talking. Too much talking. Let's go to one issue, very exciting, and of course, we are heading towards the general elections. Now, one issue that is coming out from the Electoral Commission of Zambia is that prisoners this time around will now vote.
Yeah. Okay, so this issue is a bit tricky, especially to the opposition in Zambia. You know, there's always this thing of the opposition not being allowed to campaign. You've seen it yourself. Yeah, the opposition are always complaining. The recent one was in Chilubi Island, where the president and the UPND party president, Mr. Chilem, almost crashed. Where you say you can't be in the same place with His Excellency. You understand? So there's already that problem of not allocating enough time to the opposition to vote. And then we're looking at prisoners. These are people, Kalan, who are in a place where you can't just access them easily. How possible is it going to be for the opposition to go out there and campaign actually?
Probably you as a journalist, those are issues. Did you take time to ask the Electoral Commission of Zambia how the calendar is going to be managed? How people are going to vote, how these opposition are going to be campaigning in those prisons. Did
yes, actually, the commission was asked, and then their response was like everything was going to be transparent. Everything, they will make sure that everyone has equal time to visit.
Are the opposition going to be going in those prisons to campaign?
According to the Electoral Commission, of course, they'll be given time, but of which we are still waiting. I don't know how possible that is going to be. Looking at our current, our previous experiences with elections in Zambia, I don't really think, for me, I don't really think it's going to be possible, because I talked to NDC leader Shimbakambwe, who said, no, I don't really think that's going to be possible. Now, what people are doing, you understand? Yeah, so it's a bit interesting and very tricky. It's going to be hard for the opposition, actually.
But that's what we are assuming. Probably they've got a plan. Probably they've got a plan. And
I don't know.
Moving forward, we should be able to be bringing those experts on shows like these ones to explain to the nation exactly how it's going to be done.
Do this.
But again, I'm thinking, how are these prisoners going to vote? Are we going to have polling stations in the prison yards, or those prisoners will be voting at the normal voting centers?
No, that's the thing I'm not sure of. I don't know. I think they're going to be voting in the prison ones, or I don't really think they're going to come out and join everybody to, be in the queue. At the point
or their vote is going to be a special one.
Yeah.
Like, again, if they're going to be let's say at the normal polling stations, voting centers. Now, another aspect comes in. We are going to be seeing, prison warders with guns,
That is already going to be intimidating to some people. People in Zambia, even your mind, you're already scared. Even things you haven't even done, you understand? So to have those police officers, the warders with the guns, manning the prisoners wherever they go, I think that is already going to disturb the minds of the voters. But if I think, again, if they vote from the wards, in the prisons, who's going to monitor that? Is it going to allocate people to go there? Still more, are we going to have people from the opposition parties to see exactly what's happening there, I don't know how they are going to do this, but it's already a minus for the position. The opposition in Zambia.
We don't know. Let's not say it's already a minus. Anyway, we are just trying to...
according to them, they've already said that, so...
That's the opposition who are saying that it's a minus to them.
Dr. Chimbakambwe already said, but
Constance, that elections have never satisfied anyone. Preparations for elections, even the printing of ballot papers always raises issues. No, you're going to buy, why are you going to buy? If those ballot papers were to be printed in Zambia, again it will raise issues. No, here you are going to print more.
But again on the issue of ballot papers, again, the issue of ECZ saying it doesn't have enough funds to fund the opposition to go there, it's already a bad thing again, because they're already complaining, how are we going to finance our own trips and everything. But from the previous briefing, the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, made it clear that they will have to fund themselves if they want to go and observe them.
Yeah, but according to them, they are saying there's no law that compels the Electoral Commission of Zambia to fund monitors, observers from various organizations. But for instance, those that are managing political parties can sponsor their own observers, they can send them anywhere in this world. I mean, they can sponsor their observers to go and observe the printing and all other processes leading to the elections in whichever country, at their own cost, not the cost of the Electoral Commission of Zambia. But again, this is another cry from the opposition that time immemorial, ECZ has been the one sponsoring these teams, including us journalists. We've traveled to Dubai, we've gone to, to monitor these. So now the question is whether the media now are also going to, the media institutions like Camnet has to sponsor you or me to go to Dubai and monitor the printing of ballot papers.
That's the thing. You have to sponsor yourselves. That's what is currently on the ground right now. Opposition political parties will sponsor themselves. So with the media, I don't know whether we are going to manage or what will happen. I don't know what Camnet TV will do to Mr. Muchima, or you're going to be doing video calls, or you go to Dubai to monitor. No, so it's up to you actually.
But I know one thing for sure, and I'm very certain that people like you, where you come from, this region, I'm sure you can do something. I mean,
which region, Mr. Muchima, first before we proceed?
In the night, I know some of you can even jump on something and just, you find yourself, you go in like a small room and you find yourself you're already in Dubai. So we'll rely on you. We
can use such methods if...
we'll rely on your expertise.
That will be okay with us.
We'll rely on your expertise. I'm sure your ancestors will be very needy during that time.
They'll be glad to help out.
So you accept that that's what goes on this side of the region?
I mean, who am I to say anything? Things happen.
All right, if you're just joining us, this is the Camnet Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show. And of course, we're just enjoying ourselves in the studios. We're just discussing a number of issues, bringing you to speed with what's happening in the country. And of course, we're just discussing the announcement made by the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, that voters, come what may, they also be voting because that is their democratic right. But we also hear that when you are arrested, some of your rights are curtailed. You don't need to enjoy your full rights.
That's the whole point of being arrested. You understand? When you are a criminal or you've done crime, you don't really need to enjoy certain rights. But there's the issue of human rights. You understand? We had that discussion with some of my friends a long time ago. Is it really important for a prisoner to vote? Some would say,
but
they have the right.
But what do you think?
For me, I think it's not really important. I mean, they are already
but are
they are in prison.
But are they not Zambians?
They are Zambians, Mr. Muchima. But they are in prison because they committed crime. When you are in prison, you don't really enjoy freedom of whatsoever, expression of voting, of everything. You already did something wrong.
But there are certain things. There are certain things that have been cut
people
out from there.
But the prison who can decide for you.
Yeah, but the issue of movement and everything, they are cut out already.
Yeah.
So even just casting a vote, which comes just on one day, that's not like every day.
No, I don't really think it's necessary, because already there are all these issues that are surrounding it. Whether the opposition are going to be allowed to go and campaign in there or not, I think it's really not necessary for a prisoner to vote. Do you know of any other countries where prisoners vote? Perhaps
I will lie, but I have to do a research. Actually, you've given me a news idea. I have to say it.
No, I think I'm going to take that as my own idea for today's news.
No, but you should have done it before bringing it here. All right, we should check. We should check which other countries are doing that. I'll lie on set right now if I say I think this country A or B.
Let's see what happens in those countries. What exactly happens? How is it? You understand? If we can talk to people, how do you do it? Because really, it's not really necessary for a person. For me, actually, I don't really think it's necessary.
But think of it. Think of it this way. Can it be possible? If I'm assuming, all right? I'm the one in authority.
Yeah.
I went because those prisoners, they don't have the power to decide anything on their own. They're just in the hands of even a prison warder, one in the bazungu, in the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they say, okay, you have registered as a voter, give me your voter's card, give me your NRC, we shall take you out. If you vote for this one, we'll take you out of prison.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't want to talk about that.
But
Here it is. There
because
are possibilities of that to happen. Actually, these are the fears for the opposition, Mr. Mchu. That can happen. You understand? Where a prisoner is just told, if you vote for me, you will come out. You understand?
That's
and then who
number
doesn't
one.
want to come out of prison? Who?
That's number one. Number two, it's also possible that we can just, in fact, we are not even requesting. It's just an order to say,
we can just order it and then
give
it
us,
happens.
and they'll just hand them over. All right. Or the other way could be, you mop up all the voters' cards, mop up all the NRCs, and start and go and vote on their behalf. Because we have millions and millions and millions and millions of maybe thousands, and maybe exaggerating, thousands of prisoners. And the last elections went to the wire, and the President Edgar Lungu just won by 100,000, poetry 100,000 votes. All right, we are being told that we have a caller on the line, and of course, if you're just joining us, the numbers are on your screen, so you can also participate via calling. So if we have a caller, we can pick it, maybe one or two. We hear what their comments are. Right now, we are discussing the Electoral Commission of Zambia's announcement that voters will also be voting come 2021. All right. Okay. Winding up on this discussion.
Yeah.
Winding up on this discussion. Let's just quickly hear what the Electoral Commission of Zambia, colleagues, if you can organize us a clip by the ECZ on, what did you say, like?
I can't remember. How do you?
The Electoral Commission of Zambia.
I think it was said something like ECZ, but let's have that clip right now so we can see exactly what was said by the commissioner. Okay, as they are looking for that clip. And another issue here is, you see, there's an outbreak of apologies. We've realized an outbreak of apologies. Everywhere now it's an apology. Yes, and I would like to apologize to you today. You understand?
Oh, thank you. The apology not.
Our ancestors.
The apology not taken. The apology not taken. Now, here's the thing. They say the hunters become the hunted. In this particular case, the apologizers become the apologetic. Yes, somebody who's been urging others to apologize, the government. Now it's the same government which is now apologizing to the public. It's now vice versa. The Zambian government has apologized to the Japanese government for erroneously referring to it as a nation behind the donated bicycles. We have an issue with the bicycles. Now, who donated these bicycles? All right? Who donated the bicycles? But let's push in this particular call before we can discuss that. Good morning.
Hello.
You are through to the Camnet Breakfast Show.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning to you too. How are you?
Hello.
We are getting you loud and clear. Good morning.
Morning, sir. I just want to comment on this prisoners who want to vote you.
Go ahead.
Yes, it is not right for someone who is in prison to vote because they have no right to do any activities that the other people are doing because they committed a crime. They committed a crime. And the other issue is, it is the government is the upper hand for them to be voted with those guys because they will be released the day they announce for announcement of the inauguration of a president. Now the opposition will be in the losing side. So this thing will cause a lot of problem in 2021 that will make even people to die. ECZ should see that we don't want bloodshed in the land of Zambia, because someone wants to be in power forever, or someone wants to be favored by the ruling party. All we want is peace. Those people are not entitled to do the election process to vote, because they are criminals. Or some, they are not criminals because their justice are not perfect. They are being in prison for injustice.
Right.
Even the meaning for a prisoner, it means they need also, we can even allow them, if they vote, they need to allow them even to get pregnant, to get married and have children. If not, we are not going to allow them to have children in their prison state. Even election, they are not entitled. Because if they vote, they are allowed to do so, to get married. So the government should look on it. Because we have suspicious, they didn't even tell us about the Gassas. So some other people who are being accused as TF opposition, maybe they'll start campaigning for them in prison that their leader should pass. That's my contribution and my observation.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and good morning once again.
Morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. It brings in an aspect of if they should be allowed to vote, then they should also be allowed to marry. But how? but you and I know that there are different sales for the ladies and sales for the men, and even for the juveniles. They're in different.
You understand, Mr. Mchima? I think that's the reason why I said when you are in prison, your rights are taken away from you, because you are already wrong in there. Because just like the caller said, they should also be given wives, or they should be allowed to. How is the government going to manage?
But there's been this issue of, like in other countries, I know for sure, Brazil, for instance, conjugal rights.
Yes, but I mean that's for hours only.
Yes, I mean doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I mean marriage is a serious thing, which means you have to stay with your spouse in prison.
But it doesn't matter. At least your wife is brought. If you are if it's like your husband is the one in prison, you are allowed to go to prison maybe once in a month or twice. The time can be stipulated, at least to go and visit your husband. You know, you have your own private time.
Yeah.
All right.
So okay, that said,
that happens
let me
in
ask
other
you
countries.
something.
Brazil, for instance.
Yeah. So what will stop you, Mr. Mchima, from committing more crime if you know that even though I go to prison, my wife will be coming every time to see me, and what is going to stop you from being a criminal?
All right, Constance. How time flies. We should be wine. I don't know. I'm surprised that we should.
Only talk about one topic. You've been talking and talking.
Quickly, the bicycles. Quickly, we need to wind up. The bicycles.
The story.
Who's behind the 30? We heard it was Japan which donated 30 police bicycles. Later on, the government says no, it is not Japan. There was a statement, by the way, by the Police Inspector General Kakoma Kanganja that the bicycles were procured. Then now we heard yesterday by the Permanent Secretary apologizing that in fact it was not Japan which donated the bicycles. It was India. Nishi, it's you and me
who donated those bicycles. You know, when I saw those bicycles on the internet, I was like, wow, okay. We have bicycles now. I mean, how do you chase a criminal on a bicycle cycling?
No, for VS, they are saying
that's
for
what?
those bicycles are supposed to be used for those what do you call it? Is it there's a department under the police which deals with specific departments which are supposed to use those bicycles,
Okay.
not really for
For-
crime, for
okay,
crime
yeah,
purposes,
yeah.
like, you know, you have
But
to...
you know many Zambians took it in that way of how do you chase a criminal using a bicycle. But anyway,
Yeah, but that's just exaggerating. There's,
Yeah.
there's light, it's sort of for light programs where you
Mm-hmm.
know you need to go and just dash nearby here, and yeah, not really for chasing a criminal or anything like that. But nonetheless,
Mm-hmm.
the question here is, who donated the bicycles? The whole lot of the government doesn't even know, can't trace how the bicycles came in. That's what the problem is. But
for me, I think the funny part was where we made a mistake in the first place to say it was donated by Japan. I mean, how do you make a mistake by someone who helped you out or someone who gave you something, Mr. Mchima? How do you make such a mistake? You know, it's really...
all right.
It's not. I don't really believe that, because when I saw that, people took that as an official statement from government.
Right.
Yeah, and then we hear, no, we are sorry. We it's not Japan. It's not Njima who gave me.
Okay,
this.
hold on with your thoughts. Let's break off for the news, and then we'll continue the program on the other side. All right, so don't go away because the program has not yet ended. We'll be back, but let's just cross over to the news at 7.